all the way all the way down. Okay. So it's one of the goodest tools that you have. If you still have the old Excel, trust me, you're not going to be able to do this. It's a handy tool. It's a time saver and makes you look good because in front of your boss. So we looked at that last week. So that's like number 4, because we looked at how to add columns, how to add rows, how to delete them, and then we learned this. And then the other thing that we learned was how to enter dates. So you do not have to type the date anymore. Why? If you're working in Excel, please don't type the date, especially if it's today's date, because you will make mistake, you'll confuse the date. All you have to do is yes, Lawrence, great, you knew that. So for the date, you have to do, we are still on baby steps. So then here you get to say control semicolon. So for the dates, if you're going to type the date, today's date, control semicolon, and you have the date, control semicolon. Please don't type the date anymore, just use control semicolon and you have it. And should you want to type the date, today's time, maybe today's date and time, so you can do control semicolon, you put a space and hold control shift semicolon, and you have the date and time of today. The time saver, and it just works perfectly. So for efficiency of data entry and having all your times, just use control semicolon and control colon to have the date and time. Okay, so that's pretty much a recap from what we did last week. Okay, so what can we do today? So one of the things that I mentioned was that we are going to see how can we remove blank rows. And plus one of the things that can give you a headache, control plus. So I've just added a couple of blanks in this data set, goes all the way down, control plus. Now I think I should have shared with you this. So that let me just share it again. Let me just share this document so that let me share with you this file so that you can use it when you're at your workplace. Sample file, there it is. So the file is there. So if you're on your PC, the file, I've sent a file, the file that I'm working with. You can in your time just try to play around with it to familiarize with these tricks that I'm putting up. This data is available data online from a fictitious company called AdventureWorks. We use it a lot for training. And if you are going to attend trainings online, you're going to find this kind of data set. Right. So I have, let me just go back. So if I'm here, I just want to go back all the way to A1. How do I do it? So you have control home. There's a home key. So control home takes me all the way to the corner. If I do control end, it takes me all the way to the bottom to where the data ends. So control home, I'm at A1. So if you use control with the down arrow, it keeps jumping to where there is a blanks. You can imagine there are so many blanks that I have put in here. They can be so nagging if you are working with a report. So how do you remove all these, especially if you have a huge data set and you don't want to go one by one? How do you delete this? So the trick is here. So you go to you highlighted the entire column. So I'm highlighting column A, and then just pull this down. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the place that you least go to, and the place is called find and select. So at find and select, you see there's an arrow down. So when you click on this, I want you to go to special. So this is a step that you're going to write. So highlight the column, one of the columns, then you go to find and select, click the down arrow, go to special, and then you look for the word blanks. Then you tick it. When you tick blanks, you see all the blanks have been highlighted. All the blanks in this sheet have been highlighted. So with those cells highlighted, the next thing that you do is that you come here to delete option, open the dialog box, and then you delete sheet rows. In other words, delete all those rows that have been highlighted. And with that, you don't have any blanks. You can see we have that bottom, all the blanks have disappeared. I hand the trick again, and you're going to find it a lot in your work as you try to delete things, here and there. Okay, kind of repeat, find and select. That's Amanya. No worries, Moya. You catch up anyway. Just pick what you can pick. Just know, like I mentioned, just imagine yourself learning at least every week. You learn just one new thing. How is it going to look like at the end of the year? Okay, so let me repeat this. So Control Z. I can't. Okay, so let me just remove one for you. I have two blanks, so highlight the column. So this time round, I'm going to use a shortcut. So instead of going to find and select, you go to find and select, go to special and highlight blanks. So instead here, I'm going to use a shortcut, and the shortcut is Control G, Control G, Control letter G, G for girl, G for God. And Control G takes you to this dialog box, and just click here. Special takes you to the same place. Click blanks and click OK, they're highlighted. Go to delete sheet rows. They've gone.